Good morning and welcome to the Frostbite for this week. I'm going to just go over a few things today. First, I'm going over the training for this week, and I'm showing you the fall rotations here. So we're on 9/21, that starts tomorrow. And so this week, if you're going to be doing a workout tomorrow, you want to just do over distance. It can be anything you want. If you like to swim, if you like to go for a bike ride in this beautiful weather, that's all great. And you want to look at your time for the day, depending on what pepper you are. Once again, if you don't know what pepper you are, you should ask us and we'll help you figure that out. It's based upon your previous training, which translates in pepper terms to your ability to tolerate the spice. So be sure to ask us if you have any questions. On Tuesday, we have our normal short run, strength, coregasm, and yoski, which Rachel will be leading. Then on Wednesday, we have a change. So pay attention to the change. On Wednesday, we will be doing an OD run, which is normal, right? Except that we're going to be doing it with poles. So you want to get some short poles that are shorter than like classic poles if you can, and bring those to practice. Please don't bring long skate poles. It will actually do damage to your shoulders. If you don't have anything that works, let us know. Alpine poles would be awesome for this. So if you have any alpine poles, that'd be great. Just something that you can run with. And I'm going to talk about why we're doing that in just a little bit here. And then on Thursday, once again, our regular running, strength, coregasm, and yoga. And then on Friday morning, our regular breakfast club, which will be fun. It's at 6 o'clock. Please join us for that. It's awesome. I will be talking more about that in a minute as well. And then finally on Saturday, we are having our first time trial of the year. Woohoo! So excited. We're doing a roller ski time trial up starting at Vidavoo and roller skiing at the top of the hill there, the top of the hill on the frontage road. And one of the reasons we're doing this is because it's about that time of year. And the reason we're doing it on Saturday morning at 7 a.m., oh, rough time of it, I know, is that on Saturday at 9 a.m., we will be going to the Medicine Bow Nordic Association Trail Day. So we're going to do a time trial, and we're going to go and we're going to change all our clothes. So you want to be sure you bring boots or good shoes of some variety, not like flip-flops or something, and long pants and maybe even a long shirt or something and a hat, because we're going to go out in the trails. We're going to be like chopping stuff down and cutting off branches and pulling stuff out of the ground. Gloves are a good idea. So we're going to be doing that kind of stuff. As a reward for all of that excitement in the morning, we're gonna have a barbecue, buffalo burgers, veggie burgers, brats, that kind of thing, right after that. So, and you'll still probably be back in time to go to the football game if that's the rest of your day of your choice for the rest of the day. So, and then Sunday you'll notice we switched the times around. Usually we have our long day on Saturday, we do it all together, but we've switched that. And then you're gonna have an OD on Sunday. Find something fun to do, enjoy yourself, anything you want. But a bike would be a great idea. If it's a nice day for a bike, that'd be a great idea, nice and easy over distance. All right, so that's the weekly training. I wanted to talk a little bit, I said I was going to talk a little bit more about the OD and where we are. We're in conditioning and quadruped, and so let's run over here to the yearly training synopsis and look at where we are. So right now we're in the conditioning quadruped. So that means we're going to start transitioning from our summer, mostly leg activity, to our fall and winter quadruped. So what we're going to start doing is a little more roller skiing. When we run, we're going to try to run with poles, not all the time, but some of the time. So we start to get our arms back into the process. So that's what we're going to be doing for the next 2 weeks, and then we're going to switch to our hill resistance. And so we're also still on our power velocity strength, so we're just still trying to translate that stuff over. Got a couple more weeks of that, and then we're going to switch to max strength and power velocity, which is going to be really fun. We're still in our same abs. We're switching that over in a couple of weeks. And then Rachel will be talking about yoski. She's already done this, so we're a little ahead on the game here, but we'll be moving into the yoski stuff. Do notice that next week we're going to have a medal test. All right. So now we're going to talk a little bit about roller skiing and roller ski safety, because as we start moving into more roller skiing, it's really important that we start doing this correctly. Now, first of all, I just want to say a couple of things that many of you, well, certainly Sam knows about this, but many of you may have been around when Willie Neal from Jackson was killed while he was roller skiing. Roller skiing is an incredibly dangerous activity, not just because you crash. Every year somebody crashes and gets all kinds of road rash, which sucks. But in addition to that, it's a dangerous activity because we're on the roads. In addition to that, anytime you make a car really nervous or cut them off, even if you don't get hit, even if nothing bad happens at that moment, often in multiple places, Leadville being one of them, multiple places, if you scare a car too much up with roller skiing, then the cops will decide you can't roller ski anymore. So we really have to be really thoughtful and careful about what we're doing with our roller skiing, how we're approaching our roller skiing, what we wear, and how we go about it. Oh, one other thing I was going to say is during my ski career, there's been multiple people killed roller skiing. And there aren't that many people roller skiing. So I don't know. I tried really hard to find some stats on that, but nobody keeps stats on roller ski fatalities. So that wasn't a possibility. But I did find an interesting thing that Bjorn Dahle ended his ski career. Remember Bjorn Dahle being the best cross-country ski racer of all time. He ended his ski career was ended on a roller ski when he was roller skiing, and he tried to avoid a car and he fell and he hurt his back. Now, granted, he's racing again, but he ended his international racing career basically at that point. So once again, roller skiing is a little bit dangerous. I'm going to put here, I'm just showing you roller ski safety. We're going to actually go by some of these. A couple of things we want to say is that this is really important, really, really, really important. And it's a safety concern. So these are not negotiable. And here's the thing, we're not going to yell about them and we're not going to be mad at you. We're just going to take points, your practice points away when you are doing any of these things that we don't want you doing. So we're going to say you always, always wear a helmet and a vest. You have to always wear a helmet or a reflective something well, now that it's dark in the mornings when we're roller skiing, you have to wear you have to wear a reflective thing and helmet and or lights. If you have a light, that's great. If you don't, then that's what you don't have. When we're roller skiing in the daytime, then you have to wear a very bright shirt. You have to do this. If you show up and don't wear these things, you're going to lose a point because we cannot mess around with this. It's dangerous, and we have lots of cars that are very unhappy with us already. Just going through here, these guys are saying wear gloves. I think gloves are a great idea because then if you fall, you don't tear the crap out of your hands, and that's always a good thing. You also want to check your roller ski wheels, make sure that the wheels seem fine, the rolling fine, Then also, the other things, I'm not going to go through all these, but I'm going to post these so that you can see it. You also want to make sure that you are being very careful about the cars. So one thing is that we want you to always ski single file. We want you to always ski with traffic, and we don't want you, on Main Street when you go out, there's no reason to be outside of the white line. Try to stay inside the white line, period. If you're out wandering in the middle of the road, we're going to take points away because we've had some close calls even already this fall, and we don't want anybody getting hit. It's just no fun for anybody. So that's some of the things we want to do. When a car is approaching, you get over and you either double pole or you stop on the side of the road while they go by. Generally, double polling is fine. We're generally double polling anyway, right? So it's not a big deal, but just make sure you get out of their way because sometimes they don't even know how far out they don't understand what your motion is. It's really different than a bicycle, so they don't understand how you're moving, and sometimes they will get a little too close and they'd be easy to clip you. I know this has happened. People got nearly clipped. So we're just going to be really careful with this. And then finally, if you're stopping on the side of the road, try to get off the side of the road as far as possible, maybe even off the pavement. It's just a smarter thing to do. Cars really get confused when there's groups of people standing on the side of the road. And think about what we're doing at night. We're at 6 o'clock in the morning on Fridays. People are tired. It's the end of the week. Just let's give them a break. They don't always know it, and they don't have a clue what you're doing out there. So we just want you to be safe, and we want to be able to keep roller skiing. And so those are the two main goals here. That, I think, is about it for this week. It should be a pretty fun week of training since we're switching over some of our other stuff and have a roller ski time trial. It should be exciting. Hopefully everybody gets excited about it. I hope you have a fantastic day, and we'll see you out there.